All righty, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been all about football. It's been
Another
about
episode.
running,
Hey, got a
blocking,
haircut.
tackling,
My hand,
terrible
yo,
foot
coach.
issues that prevented
And
me
I'm
from
a
really
host.
having a normal life with my
Number.
kids.
Good evening.
It's a
My
good
brother,
feeling.
Jake.
Varsity Force, man.
What's happening?
My kids.
Is that you? That's your radio, the TV on?
In the yard.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm finna. That's what I'm. There we go.
Teaching them something.
Roll with it.
Yeah. So we back and back again, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in on Shaving Haircut. Like and share. I always say, like and share our YouTube channel and my page. Like and share it. Yes, indeed. My brother don't like his be like and share, but old Kenny Kramer, like and share my page.
Yeah, like and share his page.
Yeah, Cadillac.
Yeah.
So, man, lately we've been seeing a whole bunch of altercations being what we call being broadcast and showed and being, I guess, animated. People got music to it. Folks are just, making memes out of it, but they don't realize the consequences, man.
Nope.
They don't think they do. They just getting out there and they calling themselves trying to, I guess, get a viral moment, but that viral moment could give you a viral life sentence, to be honest with you. So my topic is, we are seeing an uptake in fights in local communities and what happens when we go too far. So here's what I got to ask, okay? It says, we're talking about arguments escalating into physical confrontations in places where people used to feel really safe.
All right. Yeah. It's not just one type of place. We're seeing this in neighborhoods, schools, local events, and even family gatherings. So today we want to unpack why this might be happening, and importantly, what the consequences are when things go too far and someone seriously get hurt. Setting the stage.
Yep, setting the stage. So let's start with the big question, man. Are fights actually increasing, or does it just feel that way?
I think they've just been viewed more. With social media, you can see fights all day long. You can actually go on Facebook and type in arguments or confrontations. And once you watch one fight and you can go to something else, Facebook will shoot another fight to you. So you can go and see that one. Then Facebook will say, okay, this guy likes watching fights. So they're going to start sending you fights. And it's just a circle. So that's kind of they're making it the norm, in other words, is what they're doing. They're saying that all these fights are happening, but you're not seeing it. But now you can see them on our forum.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
That's a good place to begin. In some areas, reports do show increases in assaults or disturbances, but perception plays a role too. With smartphones and social media, more incidents are recorded and shared, so it feels more widespread.
That's right, man. Sometimes it might stay local years. Sometimes it might stay local years ago can now go viral in hours. So sometimes that, used to be that your fight just happened. And man, I tell you, now all of a sudden, that's all everybody's doing, trying to get that YouTube moment and trying to go viral. And that's really bad.
Exactly. And that visibility can normalize the behavior in a strange way. When people constantly see conflict online, it can start to feel like a common or even acceptable response.
So Jay, that kind of chimes into what you said. It kind of chimes in. People are not watching it and they're seeing what's going on, and they're now all of a sudden you're right. I mean, I don't know who that guy is, but he does a lot of animated stuff, and I think everybody's sending stuff to his page now, so he can just put music behind it and talk. But we got to realize, man, ladies and gentlemen, it don't take but just one awkward fall just one, and your life will never be the same again.
Yeah, because accidents do happen.
Jake, explain to them, Jake, when they said, what we gonna think about when you say it's an accident? What we gonna say?
What if it's an accident?
No, I pay somebody hit him and say it was an accident. I want trying to do it. What is that still?
It's still your fault, regardless if it's an accident or not, Boomer.
So that's manslaughter.
Yeah, it's still your fault. You're still gonna get the correct charge.
That's right. So even if you out here and you getting your swing on and you fool around and get one of them good shots. And every fight, your average fight you see when somebody get knocked out, they fall straight back on the back of the head.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, even when you was a baby, that was the softest part of your head. And still now, the softest part of your head.
That's right. Yep, still is.
And it don't matter how old you get, that is still the softest part of your head. I ain't never seen nobody fall head first when they get hit. They always fall straight back.
Yep.
Head first. So we got to make sure. We got to find out what's the root and the cause behind the increase. So we're gonna dig into it and why. We're gonna dig into why. What's driving this?
There's no single cause, but stress is a big one. Financial pressure, job instability, rising costs. Those things build tension. People are carrying more frustration into everyday interactions.
Sometimes it doesn't take too much to set them out.
I agree.
So tell me this, Jake.
Mm-hmm.
What's the normal cause and effect? Let me ask you this. Is a fight avoidable?
Well, fights are always avoidable, Boomer. It's like you tell your kids.
Give me
Yeah. If I'm about to fight somebody and I see that there's no means of getting out of it but walking away, then that's how you avoid it. You just walk away. But if there's no way you can avoid a fight because somebody attack you, that's the only way I can see that you ain't getting out of a fight. If somebody attacking you first, then you have to defend yourself.
Okay.
But if you're in this conversation with somebody and it gets heated to the point to where you know that this guy's ready to fight, he got his fist clenched and he looking at you with his red eyes or whatever eyes he got, and he's ready to fight, so you can walk away. I don't care what anybody say. You can turn around and walk away. They always say live to fight another day. Mm-hmm. Well, you should live to not fight is what they should change that cliche. Because sometimes when you go in a fight, it doesn't mean you're going to live when it's over with.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Right. I've been talking about this forever with you and with kids in the school system. And I'm a firm believer that there's a conversation that was had before the fight. Something created the frustration between me and you. Somebody somewhere is either a third party, or most of the time it is a third party that's sitting back and just putting that information out there and trying to see. So I'm wondering, is it possible for a person, what to say, And here's what I want to ask the public. If it's not true, why are you fighting over it? A lot of people get in the fights off of stuff that's being given second hand, third hand, and fourth hand, and that ain't even true. But yet and still, they feel like they got to fight in order to prove that they were right. And sometimes that fight changes them for the rest of their life.
Right.
Correct? Another factor is communication. A lot of people struggle with conflict resolution.
They do. Another thing can be added in is a lack of sleep, mental health struggles, and limited access to a support system. And you got a situation where small disagreements escalate quickly. So I guess in a nutshell that we have to learn as kids and adults, like what the guy said on Friday.
You win some, lose some, live fight another day.
Yeah.
Sometimes you ain't got to get close to that. You just got to understand, hey, this ain't working. You know, you got so many factors that you can mess up with one fight.
That's right.
It's a lot of stuff that you can mess up with one fight. Your career, your life, retaliation. That's coming.
Yep.
So all these things you gotta think about that when you say, hey, you know, we finna get out here in I ain't gonna name the subject, I'm just gonna call one Pickleville. I'm not gonna call the neighborhoods that be doing all the stuff. I'm not shouting them out whatsoever. They're not getting no credit from me. Because all that does is messes up your community in a whole. The more times
What was the name of that place, Puma?
Pickleville.
I'm finna look it up real quick. I'm gonna get back with you. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Look up Pickleville.
That's off I-20, right?
Yeah, off by 20, Pickleville.
Show you right. Okay.
Yeah, and so the more your subdivision get exposed, the lack of resources you're gonna get for that community. Let's be real. I'm not gonna build a motel or a restaurant or a shopping center or a supermarket, and every time I turn around, you on Saturday night fights. Not to mention, you got 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th graders out there watching it, so they're already getting groomed to that life. Nobody thinks about that. They watch that all the time, so they think getting their fight on is an everyday thing because they seeing it in their neighborhood.
Yep, they comfortable.
And all that does, like I tell them all the time, all that does is take away from any type of community service that's gonna be given to you. I'm not gonna put no recreation. I'm not gonna put no new basketball court over there. I'm not gonna put no swings over there. I'm not gonna put no slides over there. I'm not gonna have no outdoor party over there for the community because you see what's gonna happen, even if you try to bring something good to them.
Right.
So why waste your money and time? That's what they do. I tell everybody, man, them stats are something, buddy. I tell them all the time. Them stats do not lie, Jake.
Nope.
You can do what you want to do, say what you want to say, but them stats don't lie. And if we continue to do what we do and behave what we behave, we're not getting nothing. Education gonna be lower because they're gonna be skipping school. All this stuff is happening, and nobody's understanding at the end of the day, you're affecting the babies that are watching everything that's going on.
Yep.
So I know I don't understand what it would take. And we got to understand that if we don't, as parents, realize that every time we get up there and want to fight, and we talking, and sometimes it's the parents watching their kids fight and not stopping it.
Urging them on.
You can always take your baby in the house. Take them in the house, put them people in their life.
Who's them people?
Them people.
Yeah.
Put the animated thing on yours. What them people is. Fine for them. Get what them people is. Put them people in their life because that's what they need. You can't find it.
Can't find it.
Put them people in their life, man. That's what they need.
I don't have what I don't have it on mine. I mean, on yours, on mine. It's on yours though.
Yeah, put them people in their life. That's what they need. And if they don't put them people in their life, that's what we got to do for now. We got to start doing that. And ain't no shame in saying, hey, you're not gonna take my baby's life. You're not gonna hurt my baby. Cause one thing that happens is when they fight, they fight.
Mm-hmm.
And when you fall, the fight ain't over with.
Joe Lane, they're gonna go to kicking you in the head.
Them boots are made to walking. That's what they're gonna do. So why would you let your child get into that? Why would you even put your child in that predicament? Because at the end of the day, if we find out you let your child fight, you going to jail too. Mama, y'all better think about that. If your child kills somebody and you help them, you going too. We find out that you send them back out there and the fight happened. Yep, that's accessory. You going straight to jail too.
Yep, you're going to.
What they say? Lottie dottie, everybody. Everybody's going to jail. And I don't get it, man. I guess that they think we don't be I don't know, man. I just they think people be playing. But sometimes we gotta show them. We gotta show them better we tell them.
Right.
It says yes with your name, man.
Yes. If you don't have the tools to de-escalate, like listening, setting boundaries, or walking away, things can turn physical fast.
Just talked about it, right?
Mhm.
Walking away. I don't get it, Jake, man. I'm telling you, bro. I talk to these kids all the time, man. You know, they tell me I got to get my one back. And Jake, I mean, it could be, what is it, May? It could be January 2027, and they see a dude in the mall. Now this May, almost 7 months, and they finna get they finna pick up where they left off at. And I ask them why all the time. Ain't never over till I say it's over. Okay, don't make any sense. But that's the rules that they got now in their fighting ring.
Mm.
It ain't over till I say it's over. But like I always tell everybody, you do stuff and you put yourself and your family in a predicament by your behavior, your action. Now, what about your little cousin, your little brother that's walking to school and he ain't had nothing to do with what was going on, what you did? And they see your little brother walking down the street and they jump on him.
Right.
Now you mad, but you started it. That's a contributing factor. I be telling everybody, it's never over when stuff happens in a fight.
That's true, boo.
I've never seen a person just say, you know what? No. And lately, bro, I ain't seen nobody back down from a fight. I ain't no matter. I was at another name. I ain't gonna call this school. Dooleyville High. Well, that's the name of the school. But I was at a school, and then this kid, what a young lady, this is crazy. He got a problem wrong, and the girl tapped him on the shoulder. He threw his set up and he took 2 swings of it just quick, just like that. Now, these Dooleyville Elementary, so they ain't nothing but about 10, 11-year-old, and they already setting the stage. He already throwing up a perfectly good set. That lets me know he already been fighting. I mean, he had a good set up there too, and had a good 2-piece. He missed her, but he put 2 pieces at him. And I told him, I said, now that's a female, right? That don't matter to me. I said, what you got to worry about is
You got a brother.
she got a brother. And he come back and give you some 2 pieces with the fries and hold the ketchup on you. Then you wonder what's going on. You never know what you're doing when you acting like that. You never know. And then I said, heck, man, you probably look down the family tree. Y'all might even be kin. You might be fighting your kin. It don't make no sense, man. They be acting like that. I don't know if it's social media problem. I don't know if it's trying to fit in problem. I don't know what makes these kids behave the way they behave. I have no idea. I struggle with that all the time. You hold a whole conversation like this with them. I'm talking about a whole heart to heart, explaining to them about what can happen, the consequences, the repercussions, the 2 C's, charges and consequences. I tell them all that. And by the next day, I walk in there in Dooleyville Elementary, he in the office again. They hit me with them famous words, Jake. My mama said,
if somebody put their hands on me,
hey,
I'm gonna put my hands on them.
my mama said.
What my mama told me.
By you saying my mama said, there's enough evidence to go get mama. Because my mama said. Now, I gotta tell mama not to say it, but my mama said, if she touch me, I touch him back. My mama said, I ain't gotta take it. My mama said, I ain't gotta listen to you. This all stuff I've been hearing kids say. And then mama said, I ain't say that, but mama, he couldn't make it up.
Mm.
Mm.
And that's the problem. You are, what's that word I'm looking for? Indulging? Is that indulging? Encouraging. You are encouraging your child to misbehave.
Then it gets stowed on you, man.
Then something happened to him. You come up to the school, ask her, what were we doing? Watching. We done told you, your baby acting out. You talking about we can't touch him? He didn't say you can't do nothing to him. Oh, Jake said they feel me.
Yeah, they recording. That's what they doing.
They feel me? Hey, I'm telling you,
Mhm.
don't make no sense, man. So social media deserves its own spotlight here too.
Absolutely. Online arguments can spill into real life. There's also the issue of public embarrassment. People feel pressured to win confrontations, especially if others are watching or recording.
Okay, you just did it. You just
Yeah.
did it right there, Jay.
Mhm.
So that's a okay. Back in the day, it wasn't like that, right? So
Nope.
you know, we get into fights, and me Wilbur, Bo Pete. Shout out to my homeboy. We used to do that all the time, but there wasn't no such thing as social media. Wasn't no such thing, and if such thing as filming fights, wasn't no such thing as that. So now that's one of the contributing factors why everybody's going to get their one back. Am I right?
Mhm. That's it.
Because they got seen getting hit and getting knocked out,
Knocked out.
and now all of a sudden they got to get their one back. But I always say, Jake, and I tell everybody, I tell even the young ladies, I tell all of them, somewhere along that line, something happened before the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen nobody give it a more time saying, get out the bed. So you know what? First day is gonna be the first person I see. I ain't never seen nobody do that. Maybe in jail,
Mm-hmm.
but not in the neighborhood. It's contributing factors. It's gonna be some conversations being had. It's gonna be some arguing. Something happened. It's gonna be some mischievous lies. It's gonna be something happen that allows that person to think, okay, I'm being played, so I got to act a fool. And so we gotta learn how we gotta learn some conflict resolution. Am I right? We gotta learn some whatever that word is.
De-escalate.
That's it, baby. Some de-escalation technique. I got my grammar coach next to me, dog.
Not really.
Yeah, say it again, baby.
De-escalating.
De-escalating techniques. That's what we gotta learn. We gotta learn that, man. Like you said,
Gotta grow up.
yeah.
That's what that is.
You just gotta learn how to say, you know what? Is it worth it?
Walk it out.
Is it worth me going to jail? Is it worth me hitting somebody and they die and go to jail for the rest of my life?
No, Lord.
But nobody thinks about that when they out there swinging on fences and pulling hair and picking folks up and slamming them on the ground. And they die and go to jail for the rest of their life. Nobody thinks like that. And that's what worried me about this day and this day society. I don't think they care. And so, you know, our governor, he about that life. I don't know nobody in the other state, but Louisiana governor, he about that life. He gonna hold it on you. He gonna make sure that you, the one that's out there getting this swab on, you gonna end up doing some serious time.
That's right.
And I don't understand that they got to get it through their thick skull. Cause you gonna end up going to your local jail for a little while, hanging out with your homeboys and passing zoos and eating ramen noodles together. But once you get that thing called time, you about to be shipped off.
I agree.
And like the man said on the video, your life will never be the same again.
Mm.
Let's think about this here, Jake. Think about all the frustration you put your mom through. You going to jail now. All of a sudden, she gotta put money on your books.
Yeah.
She gotta come see you. She gotta talk to you on the phone. She gotta try to find you a lawyer. She gotta put a house up. All this stuff is some stupidity. Now she ain't getting none of that money back. Hope y'all know that, ladies and gentlemen. With that, it ain't blackjack. Give it back.
That's good.
You ain't getting it back. Your mom spent all that money for defense, knowing you guilty.
Hold on, man. So you mean to tell me I can't file earned income credit when I'm sending the money to the jail?
No,
Okay.
no,
Damn.
can't do it.
I'm looking that up too.
Charge it to the game. I'm telling you, man, that parents, y'all got to understand that even though now, Lord forbid, if it's a parent that don't know his child acting a stone fool, and there's some out there, mom, for that, yeah, your kids leave that house and they just straight, it's the Thuggish Burgers bone. When they leave the house, I'm telling you, they walk out your house, listen to the gospel, and get around that corner.
And then we
It's the
crazy.
Thuggish Burgers bone.
No, let me out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they need to be saying right there. Don't let me out, though. They be doing that.
Let me out.
That's what they need to be doing. Well, why don't they get out, Jake? Because they scared? They want me to call Salt?
Make them look like a little bee.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Ain't no such thing as that.
I'm just saying, man. That's what
All I know is if me, you, Hucklebuck, and Junebug get in the car together, and they tell me I go on pop on and go shoot old brother popcorn, I'm finna get out, man. No,
Let me out.
No, Skip. No, Skip. I gotta get out, Skip.
That's right.
Can't do it. Can't do it. They go back to doing what? Knowing your friends.
That's right.
Know who they are. If your friend's a fighter, you might need to change your friend. Because guess what? They can't find that friend, and they see you walking down the street. You the best, you next best thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Like they saw me when I was walking on the third. They said he'll do. And threw that doo-doo and pee all on me. I was smelling like a sewer for 3 days.
Oh,
Yeah. All because they wanted one black dude and another black dude came up there.
That's right.
Yeah. Same thing applies.
That's right. So pride image comes into play, right?
big time. And that can override better judgment.
So you think that's right, Jake? So you think that pride?
Pride to get you hurt.
Shoot, sure will.
Pride to get you killed.
That too.
That I ain't finna. Hey, okay. What's some key words to let you know it's about to go down, Jake?
You mean for a fight?
Yeah, I give you one. I'll be right back.
I give you another one.
What's that?
Wait a minute. Here, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute for what? Wait a minute for what?
It's nudge. You think I'm playing?
Yeah.
And parents,
Sure,
these are some kids. I'm listening to the kids say it.
You think I'm playing?
Yep. Or my famous thing they say, on God.
On my mama.
On my mama.
On my mama. You think I'm playing? You think I'm playing?
These are all this slang that you should know. When you hear that right there, I can remember. Look, man, I can remember I was working a call, and we were over in it's I can't call the name of the other bit neither. But anyway, the officer we went to the door, and the guy come up to the door and he said, "Hey, this got domestic violence going on." That guy told that officer, "Stay right here. I'll be right back. Don't you move."
No,
I
thank
told the
you.
officer, "Hey man, you might need to get behind the police car." He said, "What you mean?" The boy come out of there, but backle, 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 backle. That's I told him. The key word.
Mhm.
Stay here. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah.
Now, when I tell you they use them slang words like that, you pay attention. So, community impact, man. Let's shift to how it affects the community.
When fights become more common, people feel less safe. That changes behavior. Family avoids public places. Neighbors become less trusting.
Okay. So, that's what I said about the community, right? That's messing up your community subdivision, right?
People don't want to go.
People don't want, matter of fact, people gonna want to move away. And the housing market gonna be like, you had a $200,000 house and you fighting over the neighborhood, that house gonna go all the way down. That value going down because of crime. And all that impacts your way of getting things. It's just simple, man. It's simple math, simple arithmetic. Your behavior impacts what comes to you in your neighborhood.
Check this out, boom boom.
Go ahead.
I was watching this thing on Facebook, and the guy said, "Why don't black people have nice neighborhoods?" Now, this is a white guy asking that. Why don't black people have nice neighborhoods? Why do they always have to move in to our neighborhoods to be in a nice neighborhood? Why can't they create their own nice neighborhood? A black dude got on there and said, "I can tell you why. Because we like trash, we like fighting, we like drinking, we like acting a fool. We know we can't do that in y'all neighborhoods. The ones that don't want to do it, they move to y'all neighborhoods. The ones that do want to do it, we create our own neighborhoods by kicking y'all out of the neighborhoods." So all that is a direct reflection of the fighting and all that you're talking about. That's how those neighborhoods just get to where that's nothing. The only thing that wants to go to that neighborhood is the liquor store.
Yeah.
That's it. And a corner store.
And
Selling 9 liters and $3 Cokes in a can.
Uncle Bucks.
Yeah.
Cool cup for you folks.
Cool cups. Yeah, cool cups. For your 2000 babies.
You sure right, man. But the thing about it, at one time, this neighborhood belonged to them too.
Exactly. Just think about it. Every neighborhood that pretty much that we done moved into,
Yep.
but belonged to them first.
And they moved out.
But we have never created our own community. That's what this man is saying. Why don't somebody go out there, somebody black, go out there and buy some land and create a black neighborhood, a real nice black neighborhood?
How long will it stay real nice black?
Oh, but that depends on how they run in the neighborhood. Do you notice even the white neighborhoods have HOAs now?
So we're gonna stereotype.
Well, I wouldn't stereotype. I wouldn't stereotype it at all. But that's why I say even the white neighborhoods have HOAs now. It's not like a white neighborhood can stay nice and a black neighborhood can stay bad. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm just saying the upbringing of the kids. Because I'm gonna tell you like this here, where the kids are getting all that from?
Yeah. They're getting it from
Yeah, where the kids getting it from? I mean, I don't even have to say that. That's self-explanatory. Where the kids getting it from?
Yeah.
But at the same time, in these white neighborhoods, do you notice that the white kids in the white neighborhoods, they ain't gonna throw no trash? If they drink or smoke, they gonna put it in the trash can. And that's not saying that all black kids do that. I'm not saying that by no means. Because you got some that are respectable, then you have some that are not. You done seen it. I done seen it. We go to the games. We go to places where we live at and see all that stuff. It's self-explanatory. Just drive down one street and you can see it all. Drive down one street in one neighborhood. Look at that. Drive down another street in the neighborhood and look at that. I can tell you this here. Ain't no white folks coming down Burt John Lane throwing trash down there. Because they scared. Ain't nobody. I'm serious. They scared. They ain't coming down there throwing no trash down there. If anything, that GPS to steer them wrong.
Yo,
And they got both hands on the steering wheel, trying to figure out how they can get back on 165 so they can cut on back to Columbia or whatever they going.
you know, they get off there on their way to the zoo.
Yeah. But as just as explained, we lived there. We lived there. How long? Boom? A long time.
Yeah. So when I was what? Yeah, been a minute, probably about
Going to Jefferson, going to Wiseman, you know, and I'm gonna put the schools out there, Jefferson, Wiseman. They not bad at all. I love my high school. I love my junior high school. I don't have nothing to say bad about none of that. I'm just talking about the trash on the streets. Where did that come from? There's some out of that neighborhood. You probably have 10% white people in that neighborhood. 10%.
you got less than that.
Well, I'm giving them some for those that saying, "Oh, he just trashing black people." No, I'm not just trashing black people. I'm just giving that,
Well,
that percentage out there.
the true fact that even when we have a cleanup, I mean, they put them big old dumpsters out there,
Exactly.
clean up, or or you clean out the ditches and stuff. And man, I'll take what's that street? Is that Nutland? I think it's Nutland. Right down that where that we went to that funeral. That street
Yeah,
right there.
it's-
Jay.
I know what you're talking about.
So they can clean up that street. Brother God, Monday morning.
I'm telling you.
By Monday evening,
I'm
somebody
telling you.
there.
I'm telling you.
You're right.
And like I was telling you before, I'm not trashing black people, not at all, because I'm black. I'm just saying the upbringing. And I don't know how we went from fights to kids, but the upbringing that the kids are coming up to and not being told that's wrong is creating this atmosphere where it's okay to fight, where it's okay to cuss out grown people, where it's okay to just throw trash anywhere, or it's okay to act like you going to school and get on the bus, and when the bus get to school, walk off the school bus and walk off campus. Like Robert was saying that the officer was doing. The officer spent more time at Robert worked at off campus than he did on campus.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're all leaving when they get there.
You right.
So it starts with the parents on pretty much everything we talk about when we on the podcast. But it starts with the parents.
It does.
I think
All right. And it can create a cycle of fear, which leads to isolation. Isolation leads to less understanding, and that can increase tension even more.
there's also an impact on young people.
Mm-hmm.
Kids and teens are watching. If they see adults handling conflict with aggression, that becomes the model.
That is. That's all I'm saying, Jake. When you knucking and you bucking, your kids are watching you knucking and bucking. Also, if you on here, if you want to chime in, I see we got some listeners on here. If y'all want to chime in on this thing about fighting in the community and what can we do to stop it, please chime in and comment in the section if you want to. But yeah, I'm telling you, Jake, that's just ridiculous, man. How people will sit. I'm telling you, every fight I have not to this day, unless it's late night fights in clubs. If it's a daytime fight, anywhere between 9 and 10 o'clock, if you look to your left and to your right, you're gonna see some 3rd, 4th, 5th grade kids, even less than that, 2nd grade, 1st grade, they watching the whole fight.
It shouldn't be.
And you got other people out there filming the fight.
That's right.
While you pick up the phone, Jake, look up that law that talks about filming and find that for me.
I sure will.
And so I don't understand. And like I said, we got to get to the point where we start avoiding these fights, avoiding these confrontations, and avoiding stuff by just, hey man, we got to understand that people are watching us.
Yeah. Learn to be a parent to your children.
People are watching. It's not good when they start naming our city and saying it's number 3, number 2 in whatever violence. That's not a good thing. Because when people like Meta decide to move to Raven instead of coming to a bigger town like Monroe, that's why. when we lose State Farms and when we lose other big companies that come in here, they ain't got time for that. I can't bring somebody here to start a corporation because that's the first thing they're gonna do. I would if I'm coming to your city and to your town. First thing I'm gonna pull up is the stats. I want to see what the homicide rate is, what the burglary rate is, what the theft rate is, car theft. I want to see what that is. And I got a set number I'm looking at. And I'm looking at no, because now because if I bring a company, who I got to bring? I got to bring people with me. Now I got to pay for them places for them to stay. Where they gonna stay? That's a problem. And folks not understanding that. And they sitting up there and they're definitely James on now. He said he came in late.
Cool.
But James, we talking about the fight in the community and they're showing on Facebook and how it's affecting any type of funding, any type of building in your community, because all that does is take away from it. There ain't no doubt in my mind that we probably lost out on a whole bunch of business industries on the South Side because of what's going on the South Side. There's no way. I wouldn't bring a Coca-Cola. I wouldn't bring a Hucklebuck stand down there because of the way they behave. And they're not understanding that. They're constantly fighting. They're constantly acting a fool, and they just constantly just acting out. And like I said, all it takes is one punch.
Mm-hmm.
One punch. And ain't nothing you can tell the police. There ain't nothing you can tell the attorney. There ain't nothing you can tell the judge. Ain't nothing you can tell them people that 12, as y'all call them, 12s. Y'all know what 12 is. That's the jury, by the way. Everyone know what 12s is.
I bet you they know what 6 is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's people that that's some slow singing and foul bringing people.
Mm-hmm. They know what them numbers mean.
But I just don't get it. You tell me what you can tell a attorney or whatever when it happens. You can't. So now let's talk about what happens when a fight crosses the line when someone gets seriously hurt.
This is where the consequences become life-changing. Legally, what might start as a minor altercation can quickly escalate into a serious charge.
Like what?
If someone is barely injured, charges can move from simple assault to aggravated assault. That can mean years in prison, depending on the severity and the circumstance.
Jake?
That's what I said.
What?
You heard what she said?
What?
Hit it again for me. I'm letting you understand. Hit it one more time.
If someone is badly injured, charges can move from simple assault to aggravated assault. And that can mean years in prison, depending on the severity and circumstances.
And it don't stop there. Hit him with the rest of it.
No, there are also civil consequences. The injured person may sue for medical expenses, lost income, and emotional distress that can lead to long-term financial strain.
They're going to dig in them pockets.
Count them up.
They're going to dig in them pockets.
Big money.
I keep telling folks, y'all getting out here, y'all playing around and y'all getting your swing on. And man, if you hit the wrong person and hurt them, put them in a wheelchair or fracture their skull and they lose some time from work. I don't care what you got. I want it all. You better sell your car. I want it all. You hurt my child. I want it all. So one moment anger can follow someone for years.
Or even a lifetime. A criminal record can affect job opportunities, housing, education, everything. Everything.
Young busters don't want a job anyway. That's right up their alley. Thank you.
Look, I forgot all about the jobs and education.
Yep. Because they checked that.
That's right. Not only that, they go to your page. Nowadays, ladies and gentlemen, they watching. They say, "Hey, you got so many pages." Yeah, I do. If you don't, they're gonna go through, look at your name and look it up. If you got one, they're gonna find it. Yeah, you just knocking folks out, man. You think I'm gonna hire you? Work for me? Or you go in the mall and act a fool in the mall and come back there in the suit and tie like you ain't did nothing.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday. That was.
I'm not like that no more.
Yeah. That was a moment of anger.
Yeah, I don't do that no more.
So you telling me that you using the mall is that you have fisticuffs all day long,
Right.
knocking furniture down, knocking old folk down, running, and now you come in with a shirt and tie and say, "Good morning, my name is Kenneth. I'm here for a job interview."
That was the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave the past in the past. You know what I mean? I don't get it, man. I forgot all about the jobs and even housing.
Mm-hmm.
You know that
They
I
don't
thought
want you there.
No, I don't want you working up. I don't want you over here in my subdivision. You acting a fool.
I don't
You
need
can't bring that danger here.
That's right.
Okay, so we go back. That goes back to what I said
What's that?
The neighborhood.
about the neighborhood.
Yeah.
That goes back to what I said. The neighborhood. That's why I'm telling you. The guy brought up an excellent point, Fumu.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't want you on my college campus. Why? So you can act a fool on my campus and put a bad stink. My campus ain't had no issue all year long.
To you,
And here you come, acting a fool. Now we on the evening news. Live at such and such college. No. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Think about the long-term game. All this short-term game gonna get you in some trouble. Think about what's gonna happen down the line. Think about who's gonna be looking. Think about who's gonna be checking you out. Think about when you're trying to get a job interview. Think about when you're trying to go to school. Especially when you're trying to go to a housing project. So look here. I'm not going to bring you to my subdivision, and you just tore up a subdivision 2 months ago. You the Nino Brown of the neighborhood. No, sir.
What I tell you? What I tell you? What I tell you?
You right.
It always goes back to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Always goes back. That's why, and I give you a perfect example. When I moved in the neighborhood that I'm in, and moving from Texas to here, and all of a sudden, when a vehicle is being delivered, somebody comes out and says, "When they're gonna be finished repossessing your vehicle so I can pull out of my driveway?"
Oh, you don't get out my face.
What did I do? It wasn't me that did anything. I didn't do nothing. I'm directing the guy, bringing my truck down that's been delivered from Texas to here. But I am being stereotyped because of what? What's this person done already experienced from somebody else? Because it wasn't from me, because I've never been there before. I'm moving there. So you tell me, am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Because if they boom, just think about it, boom. If we had, a lot of people say this, black and white. That's gonna be my topic. Mother's Day, I'm doing a special Mother's Day, getting on that Mother's Day on my site on Handcuffs and Keys, Mother's Day, and it's gonna be HOA because there's so many advantages to disadvantages of HOA, but the advantages outweigh the disadvantages all day long. That takes black and white and Chinese and Japanese and Hispanics out of the equation. The HOA does, because it doesn't matter what your race is. That's why I like HOA.
You're
But
right.
that's another topic. Yeah, it doesn't matter what race you is when it comes to HOA, because that's a guideline from a company. That's not a guideline from a person, a personal belief or anything.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get back to that later. But the point I'm trying to make is, boom boom, is when somebody does something, it doesn't just affect the person that did the wrong. It affects people that come back or come to that area and they done no wrong, because they gonna see you just like they saw that person that did wrong. Mm-hmm. And it might be because of your color, it might be because of your race, ethnic, genetic information, he, she, all that other stuff. It may be because of that. But that's the outcome that we're getting from all this what the kids are doing now.
Yeah.
So when my boys come and visit, I have to watch them like I'm watching kids, because the neighborly thing is not out there no more.
No.
It's not out there anymore. Not like when you and I were growing up. There's no neighborhood, and I don't care if it's black or white. There is no neighborhood anymore. What it is I live here, you live there. So they don't need to be called neighborhood. They need to be called livehood, because I live here. You live there. You mind that, I mind this. And that's the way it is now. And that's because, and it's not because of race. It's because of the upbringing. What I was talking about before. It's all because of the upbringing. And these kids, man, I'm telling you, boom. I'm like, Bernie, boy, I'm telling you, boy, these kids, boy, they something. You hear me? They something. You mess around and have a heart attack dealing with your own.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm not saying my kids are the best kids out there, because they've made problems for me. I've made problems for my mom. I've made problems for my dad, but I still grow to be a prime example of what you can do to get out of the situation you were in when you messed up.
Right.
Yeah.
So those kids can do the same thing. I'm not saying those kids can do that and stay bad for the rest of their life. No. You can make mistakes 1 or 2 times or 3 times. You can make a mistake. Sometimes it takes a hard head, a soft butt to learn something.
Yeah.
So if once they get their butt soft, if it takes 3 times, then hey, they learn their lesson. Let them drive on. But the neighborhood thing and the fight thing and the store thing and all this other stuff that we're talking about all intertwines into one big thing. That if we don't stop all these fights, if we don't stop these kids from doing all this bad stuff, if we don't stop going and say, I know my kid didn't do nothing like that, and then they show you the tape and you be like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
well, I take care of him when I get home. No, you don't take care of him, and you don't say that in front of the public anyway, because then they're gonna be watching for their kid when he come back up to the school with a black eye or a sore butt or a limp or whatever. So you just got to step back sometime, boo. You really do. You got to step back, analyze, and realize what's going on, and then make a decision on not on the moment, but just thinking about it and realizing what you got to do.
Absolutely. So
That's my soapbox.
What are the personal and emotional fallout? There we go.
That's you. Let's not forget the human side of this.
Yes.
Beyond legal issues, there's emotional impact. The person who was hurt may deal with trauma, a long-time health issues.
And the personal responsibility.
They may carry guilt, regret, and damage to relationships. Families on both sides are affected.
I just said that. Look, what about prevention and solutions? So what can be done?
At the community level, programs that teach conflict resolutions and provide safe outlets for stress can help.
And individually?
Learning to pause is huge. Taking a moment before reacting, walking away, or choosing not to engage can prevent escalation.
It sounds simple, but how?
It really is. Not every fight is worth having, and some can change lives in ways you can't undo.
Yeah. So, that in a nutshell, man. It's a heavy topic, but it's important.
And if there are any takeaways, it's this: how can we handle conflict matters, not just for us, but for everyone around us?
So, you let me know,
Chime in.
listeners, and when people that's gonna look on it later, because lately I get following some people watching.
Oh, yeah.
When you people start seeing this podcast, I need you guys to start saying, "Hey, give me some suggestions, solutions."
Yes, some feedback.
Let's find out what can we do as a community to stop this. I always said, when somebody important get hurt, that's when everybody wants to come and have the big meetings, and they want to, put paper on the wall and write down a list of stuff they can do and all the information they can do out. Why can't we do it before? Why can't we be proactive?
And not reacting.
and not react.
Because everybody is somebody.
That's it. You don't want to get that phone call and say your son got jumped on and he in Oslin in critical condition. You go there, he got tubes of all in him, head swole up, eyes swole up, and can't speak, and don't nobody know nothing. So y'all think about that when y'all decide when y'all want to get out there and do these fights, film these fights, and think it's cool.
It's not.
Think about it. Flip the script. What if that was your nephew, your niece, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your brother, your sister? Think about that stuff. Take a long look at yourself, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. If you want to be ones we talking about that like to fight, take a long look at yourself. You might need to do like Michael Jackson said, make that change. Because I promise you, if it gets to the point where y'all are acting the way y'all acting, they will shut the city down. I was a part of it one time. Where we shut the whole city down. And everybody that got, I don't care if you was riding a putt speedway or hooker buck, we stopped everybody. And it was every color. We didn't care what color you was. Purple, black, white, black. We didn't care. We stopped you. And we did what we had to do. We don't want that. We don't want people to be coming up down the street every day and your kid outside playing basketball and hey, come here. It shouldn't have to be like that. You should be able to play basketball in your neighborhood and have a good time. But you behave right. Go ahead, Jay.
I said we did.
Yeah. Oh man, did we?
Mm-hmm.
All on that street. You can't go on that street right here these days now. I'm talking about the next street over. Where you from? I'm on the next street over there. You don't belong over here. A street over. I'm serious. Tickle Out Road is divided by neighborhood. You can't go over there. Right across the road, Jake. Right across the road. Makes no earthly sense. We gotta do something. So, thank you guys for listening, man. We had a good conversation back and forth. I think it went pretty good. Jake, I'm gonna let you close us out this time.
You want me to close out?
How's your business?
All right, so check this out. All this what we talked about. I hope everybody's listening and draw their own conclusion on what they need to do to stop these fights, these video of these fights, these posting of these fights, and put it into play. Because if all you're gonna do is just listen to what we got to say, and then just go back to watching TV, then nothing's gonna change. So you be the change. That's what you need to do. You be the change. If you know this is happening in your neighborhood, do something about it. Step up. And if you're afraid to step up, find that uncle. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's a bunch of uncles out there that they ain't playing. They know if they nephew or some kid will get in trouble, they're going to step. Or if you can't find that uncle, find that brother. Or find granddad. Find pops. That's what I'm being called now, pops. Find me.
Yeah. And
I don't mind helping at all. So do yourself a favor and save the kids while there's a chance to do it.
Absolutely. Baby.
Like I always say, communication and parenting. Keep your children safe, which keeps other people's children safe.
So basically, your parents need to know who your friends are.
That too. Yes, and keep them covered.
Absolutely. Okay. And by the way, good luck tomorrow on testing. We're almost through elite testing by young scholars. We rocking along and everything should be all right. So, That's what I'm talking about. It closing. Quit yelling at your kid. Hoping that they get some good rest. Quit yelling at your kids in the morning time. Hoping they're gonna do good on the test. All right. Speak love, speak success, speak greatness. At the end of the day, listen to your kid, man. This is your guy, Kendall Trammell, shaving a haircut. My brother, Tanya Davis Trammell. My wife, I'm sorry, Tanya Davis Trammell. My brother, Jacob Trammell, who played whatever he just got through playing. We love you guys.
Hey, hold on before you go, Bobo. Before you go. If you ever hear that sound, lock your doors. You hear me? All right,
Yeah.
go ahead, brother.
All right, we love you guys. Peace.